Hello guys, welcome to the channel here today for a full Barça news roundup. Guys, in today's video, we're going to react on Deco's interview as a brand new Barcelona sporting director. You know that on Wednesday, Barcelona, they were presenting Deco as a new sporting director, and he had the possibility to speak to the media, and he sees that opportunity to express himself on several topics surrounding the clubs. He talked about rebuilding a competitive and balanced team, the Xavi contract extension, and also he talked about the consolidation of players like lamine, Yamal, and Alexandro Balde. He had a few words on as well Cancelo and Felix deals. They are live at the club. They know there are brand new signings, and also the Champions League, the buying strategy of the club. And also he had a few words on the possible arrival of Vitor Roque in January or maybe next season. Don't forget, he had got a few words on Lionel Messi that we will not forget to mention as well. We know that it's always a good pleasure to talk about the GOAT here on this channel, and also as a Barcelona fans, it's always a pleasure to hear about Lionel Messi. So guys, sit back and relax, and let's do this. So guys, if we do indeed start with two of the most exciting players that we got actually in our squad, I'm talking exactly about lamine, Yamal, and Alexandro Balde. You know that's actually Barça working really hard to secure their contract extension. Clubs are turning around and they wanted to get the player. According even to report, both the player they have received offer from Manchester City, wanted to get them at all costs, but the commitment is so high. Like they're from La Masia, and you know that how like the love that they share players from La Masia, the love that they share with Barcelona, it's like the bond is too. It's like it's too important. It's not easily broken. It's like something that you can easily break with some money and all those kind of things. You cannot buy those kind of loyalty, like the loyalty of those kind of players. You cannot buy it. So the players actually they are really committed to the club, and Deco, as he said, they are working to make the deal happen, like to extend the contract of those two players. You know that lamine Yamal, for his age, he's just 16. He cannot extend his contract. He cannot sign a contract over 3 years, like the regulation of it's like this actually is for a player of his age. But when he's turned like 18, he can sign a contract of like 5 years or maybe more than that. But actually at 16, he's just allowed to extend his contract for just 3 years. So we have to wait and see. Maybe he can extend his contract for a few years. But as of now, the priority is to secure those 3 years for lamine Yamal in order for him to stay at the club. Alexandro Balde, for him, we have like the contract extension is according to reports, he's going to extend his contract until 2028 with the club. So that is something really interesting for the club, really big thing, like a big thing for the club. And as Deco said, like things are moving really good for them, like it's going on in the right path. Maybe we are waiting, maybe in few weeks they can announce it. It's just they're waiting for the right timing to finalize everything, and the deal is sealed, and the player they can extend their contract. So guys, talking about contract extension, we know that Xavi as well is going to extend his contract. You know, initially it was reported in the media that he was going to extend his contract for 2 years, 2 more years into 2026. But recent report has said that he was going to extend his contract just for 1 more year into 2025. Like it's more due to fair play and all those kind of things. And I think guys, this is something really interesting because Xavi is the kind of guy who's not going to put pressure on the club. It's like not putting pressure on them like about earning like high wages or putting pressure on them not to have a long contract with the club. So that is like it's always like this with coaches and also players. He's not the kind of player, the kind of man who's going to do this kind of thing. And Deco has said that Xavi is the man, someone who brings them calm. And he said that according to report, even Deco was the one who suggested Laporta to sign Xavi back in 2021 when we were going through that difficult moment with Ronald Koeman. But as of now, because Xavi is the one, someone who can give us peace, who can help us rebuild the team. Because when he's talking about rebuilding the team, Deco he had a few words on that. He said that after the work that Alemany has done with the club, all the things that they have done, he said they are trying to build a team that is competitive and well-balanced squad. So like we have experience and youth mixed all together so that it can give you like a well-balanced team. Actually, they are building a winning team because in Barcelona, that's the priority. You have to win. That is That is like a priority for every coach. It's like the possibility to win. You have to do it every single weekend, every single game is like you have to get the 3 points. That's the most important thing. But above all, the most important thing in Barcelona is the way they play style. And Deco has figured on this. He said that buying players, they are not going just to buy players for the sake of buying players. They are going to buy players that fit in the system. There's a system that Barcelona, the way Barcelona plays, and that's one of the most important things. In the past few years, we have seen players who are not really fit for Barcelona, the like of Griezmann or maybe even Coutinho. A lot of players who came in that club. It's not just, they are not the type of player that are shaped to play for Barcelona, and that is something. It was a waste of money. It's just buying for the sake of buying, as Bartomeu was doing with his team. And Deco has stated that it's not just buying for the sake of buying. If you take a player the like of Michael Faye, he's like a strategic signing. He's a different player, he's different kind of player. He's very strong and he can bring a lot to the team. Those kind of signing are well calculated, and everything is well calculated so that it's not going to be just a waste of money just to buy for the sake of buying, because other teams are buying players anyhow, spending money anyhow. So this is Barcelona. You have to buy players that can fit in the system, and that's the most important thing. And also Deco, he had words on players like Cancelo and Felix, who just got in the team, a brand new signing, the final days of the transfer market. He said that they can contribute a lot to the team. They have like straight loan deal, just loan deal. There is no buy option due to the financial fair play. We know that already before even the deal happens. We know that the financial fair play could not permit us to have buy option clause in deals like the deal of Cancelo. That's why initially there was a buy option, but they removed it due to the financial fair play. But he said that the players, they can bring a lot to the team. They can bring something different to the team, quality to the team, and something really interesting. And they have to wait until the end of the season and see if the players they have brought to the team if they have brought a lot to the team, they can negotiate and see if they can retain them at the club or not. Otherwise, they will just leave them and go back to their original clubs. So that's the thing with those two players, and we hope that they are going to perform very well. So guys, before we move to the next point, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel and give me some love. Give me a thought down below on the comment what you think of those kind of situations like the players and lamine Yamal contract and Balde, Xavi Hernandez and all that kind of thing. So also Deco, he had few words on the Champions League. He said that the Champions League, there is no clause in the contract of Xavi or any other coaches. It's like you have to win the Champions League. You have to perform well. It's all about the performance. Actually we are really building a team, and Deco, Alemany, Jordi Cruyff, they have done a great job back in the days. Alemany with the fair play, it was just amazing. All the things that he has done is just, we are so grateful to him. We wish him the best for him and also Jordi. Wish them the best for all the good work, the great work that they have done for the club. But actually Barcelona, they are building a team that can win, that can compete in the Champions League. It's not just about winning the Champions League. We would like to win the Champions League because we are Barcelona. We always want to win the Champions League. It's been like years that we have not won the Champions League. The last time I think it was back in 2015 with the MSN. And now we have to start winning again. But Deco, he said that there is no clause in the contract of Xavi or any other coach that stated that you have to win the Champions League. You must win the Champions League. You have to compete well, yes, but not winning the Champions League is a possibility, but it's not just like an obligation. It's not an obligation, so that if you don't win the Champions League, you're going to be out. This is not the case. But I think with the squad that Xavi is having, actually win the Champions League might be a possibility, maybe into not this year, but from next year to like 2-3 years, they have to think about it. He has to go for it all out for the Champions League. And also he had few words on like Bojan Kirkic. He said that we have let some players who left the club, but they're still unwashed. They're still being watched by the club, and Bojan Kirkic is the one who's going to be there. He's going to watch the progression of the player and try to report like all the players from the youth, from La Masia, the Barça Athletic, and also players who are out on loan or maybe players that we sold, and we have buyback clause on them, like the like of Abdi, Nico Gonzalez, and also like I think Chadi Rihad, all those players. I think Boyan will be here, like, to have an eye on them and try to watch their progression. If they are really good enough, they can be brought back to the club and they can participate and be really important to the team. And also Deco, he had few words on Vitor Roque. He said that Vitor Roque, we wanted to get the player very soon, like this summer, but the possibility to get him this summer was not possible because this negotiation that they had with Atletico Paranaense, it was not possible. So the ideal is that he's going to arrive on January, or maybe if not January, he's going to arrive next summer in 2024, June 2024. He's going to join the club. In any ways, it's going to be Barcelona play either on January or in 2024, summer 2024. So for Vitor Roque, that is the situation. Barcelona, they cannot advance it due to the negotiation that they had with Atletico Paranaense. So this is all sorted out. They will have to find a solution, maybe January or summer 2024. So, and also Deco, he had few words on Lionel Messi. We know that he said that they wanted Messi to be back. Like, Messi is a good friend of him. They played together back in between 2004 and 2008 before he left. They played together. At that time, Messi was just starting and Deco was there at that time. And he said he's a good friend. But actually, since he's very far, he's in Miami, in Miami. They are not really talking that much. But he's very happy for him because as he's enjoying the game, he's having fun, he's very happy. That's the most important thing. Messi is happy, everybody's happy. It's like we wish him the best. Anywhere he goes, we are going to watch him, we're going to follow him as always. And Lionel Messi and Barcelona is all love. It doesn't matter what has happened in the past, but the most important thing is that we Barcelona fans, we love Messi, and we know that Messi loves us and he loves the club. That's the most important thing. And I think those words from Deco was like very powerful words, very interesting words. It's not just saying it for the sake of saying it. That's what makes Barcelona different from other teams and from other clubs, because everything that we say most of the time we do mean it because this is something true. And if you're saying the truth, this is something really interesting. But I think as of now, Barcelona, we are on the right track to get back and be really competitive in the Champions League and also all those kind. This season we have to see. Next week we are going to start against Royal Antwerp, this Belgian team, and we have to do it. We have to smash it. We have to get it right. We have to start getting the 3 points, and then we have that difficult away game at FC Porto in Portugal. We have to do it. We have to make it. There is no excuses. We are not going to make excuses this time. We have to do it. We have to get it right this time. At least get out of the group stages and then maybe reach the quarterfinals. And so, guys, I think this is really interesting. That interview from Deco was really interesting. He had like all the things that he talked about. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and give me a thought down below what you think of all those things that he mentioned from that contract, those contract extension of Xavi and Balde and Lamine Yamal, about the players, the brand new signing Cancelo and Felix, and also the team construction, like the building of the team, also the buying strategy, Boyan Keke, everything, Vitor Roque and Lionel Messi, all the things that he discussed. Don't forget to give me a thought down below. Tell me what you think about it. See you soon in the next video. Ciao.